Let's be frank, there are only two top-end phones that are actually going to matter this year. And since Apple hasn't released the 2017 iPhone yet, we must be talking about the Galaxy S8. It's the iPhone alternative that has the power to appeal to smartphone enthusiasts like us, but also the general consumer that just wants to walk into the store and get a great phone. I just finished using the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus for a couple hours, so let me bring you up to speed with the biggest Android phone launch of 2017. Yes, there are actually two phones again this year, but their differences are surprisingly minor. You can choose the Galaxy S8 with a 5.8-inch display or the Galaxy S8 Plus with a 6.2-inch display. On the Plus, you get more screen and a larger battery, but that's it. But being the same isn't a bad thing. These phones are absolutely gorgeous, just as you'd expect from Samsung. There's brushed metal and smooth glass all over, displayed in 5 excellent color palettes, now highlighted by a curved display with nearly non-existent side bezels and ever-shrinking bezels on the top and bottom. Samsung's AMOLED displays are still fantastic, and the screen now takes up 83% of the front of the phone. Yes, the phones are tall, and in the case of the Galaxy S8 Plus, really tall, but that means you'll notice that both phones are curved, meaning there's no need for an edge distinction anymore. This is just what Samsung's high-end phones look like now. Inside the phone, Samsung talks a lot about the core Galaxy experience being here, which kind of moves beyond the individual specs. It's all about waterproofing, expandable storage, high performance, and biometric security. When it comes to the camera, that feels like a bit of a deflection because this is the same sensor and lens as last year. All of the improvements are made in the software and redesigned camera app. Let's just hope that Samsung has made big strides in processing so it can stay on top again in 2017. Samsung's confident with the immense amount of power on offer in these phones to the point where it's introducing Dex, a desktop dock which lets your Galaxy S8 hook up seamlessly to a keyboard, monitor, and mouse for better productivity. Samsung even struck deals with Microsoft and Adobe to have properly tuned and scaled apps for a larger desktop-sized screen. Samsung's building from Android 7 here just as you'd expect, but it actually hasn't changed much in the core of the interface from the Galaxy S7 with Nougat. The most striking part is a change of pace in the icons and some interface elements to this new wireframe type of simplified look, but they're still surrounded by strong pops of color and those dreaded squircle icons. The rest will feel natural to someone who's used a Samsung phone with Android 6 or 7. What won't feel natural is the loss of a physical home button, which was a necessity for reducing bezel size for Samsung. The Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus have a new haptic engine that makes tapping on an on-screen home button a bit more tactile, but there will be a transition period for longtime Samsung users. Where Samsung is hoping to stand out is with extra software features over and above everything that the Galaxy S7 could already do. The iris scanner is back after a brief introduction on the ill-fated Note 7, and it's even faster than before, though it's going to be tough to make it as fast and reliable as a one-touch fingerprint sensor on the front. And thanks to the removal of the home button, that new fingerprint sensor placement next to the camera is quite tough to reach, especially on the Galaxy S8 Plus. Samsung's really hoping that you're going to give this iris scanner a try. And then there's Bixby, Samsung's take on Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. It's more than just an app, it's an artificial intelligence layer that can be found throughout the phone. Not only does it give you proactive recommendations and alerts based on your usage, but it can also be used to completely replace touch input in a handful of Samsung apps or identify things using the camera. Samsung knows it has buy-in to the Galaxy S line from consumers of all types. And after making a genuinely great pair of phones last year, it was tough to find things to improve on. The Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus managed to add in lots of new software and features along with a fresh hardware design while standing by the core tenets of the Galaxy S line that sell tens of millions of phones every single year. There's truly something here for everyone, and when the phones launch in late April, they'll have everything they need to take the world by storm. We have so much more coverage of the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus coming in the weeks ahead, so be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and follow all of our stories at AndroidCentral.com.
do it. This is voiceover only
Do not put this in the video.
for the Dobes.